This game takes account of all of your actions, including the ones you decide not to take. These choices will determine your fate and the fates of others around you. Proceed with caution. Service de Police, Poste 22, Montreal.
Come on now, miss. Let's keep moving.
Hello out there, and welcome to This Bed We Made. I'm Eric with Perspective Gaming, and this looks to be a highly stylized noir sort of investigation detective game. I played a little bit of the demo and decided I already loved the style and was going to play it for channel, so I didn't get too far.
It's on your right. Here.
I can't turn right. I literally cannot turn the screen any other direction.
Here we are.
Thank you, officer.
Good luck.
Thank you, babyface man.
She's all yours, sir.
Sophie Roy, I'm Detective Maurice Tremblay.
Ooh, fancy.
Let's see. 21 years old, working at the Clarendon for over a year. Husband?
I'm sorry?
Are you married?
No, not yet. I live with my mother. She's sick, so I have to take care of her.
No father.
No, it's always just been me and my mom.
All right, Miss Roy. I need you to tell me everything that happened, starting with this morning.
Au parc La Fontaine, les filles s'en vont et s'y promènent au bras des garçons qui les
Cinematography.
entraînent au cœur des buissons où elles étreignent l'amour en saison qui les enchaîne dans un tourbillon de vrais poèmes car dans les frissons naissent toujours.
I can't wait to ruin everyone's lives when I make horrible decisions I regret for an hour after I record. Oh my god, we had one of those radios in my house growing up. Oh, it was smaller though.
Vacuuming's done. Now just a bit of tidying up, and I can go on break.
I'm gonna turn that off in case that's, hopefully they're smart enough to not have that be. I could call someone? Oop. Oop. Oop.
Nothing like a bed's not complete without its pillow.
Pillow's way over there. Oh, it just vanishes into my internal reality. What is that? Wow. What did they... Oh, it was the cigarette holder was falling over.
Good enough.
I don't know if it is, but we'll have to deal with it, I suppose. That's their stuff. I'm not supposed to touch that, I'm sure, which I'm sure I will never touch other people's stuff like I'm doing right now.
That's a lot of money to owe. Just what did you get yourself involved in?
Initial amount $1,500. Amount due overdue $3,500. You have the loan, the lender agreed to whoo-wee. And just like a year to pay it off too. Shouldn't be doing that. I'm an ethical nurse. I'm a nurse? Maid. You know me, you know my family. I had a seat at our bar since we opened in '49. You're more a friend than us. You're practically family. While friends are polite to each other, family deserves more. I don't know if that's better to read. Family deserves honesty. As such, I want to be direct as possible, letting you know that you're down to your last chance. You owe $8,380 you owe us, which that would have been a lot more whenever this takes place. In the 50s? Yeah. Plus interest, 8 months overdue. My patience is worn thin. This isn't like your unpaid bar tab. It always comes as a price. We opened our pockets time and time again, and we've done is taken advantage of our goodwill and generosity. in person to make collection tomorrow. I'll be along. The boys can sit and have a little chat, but just so you know, they aren't too good with words. So this is someone's in with the mafia, and that's not great. Let's make sure and do our actual job. Someone dramatically slammed down the mirror. So just for the record, in case since it isn't clear, basically the premise of this game is you are a maid who might be a little nosy, working at a hotel, and it becomes sort of a noir mystery you get tied up in. And that's kind of all I know. I don't know what all mystery. I don't know if it's just one mystery. I mean, if it's a noir, it's probably at least two that are connected in some way. The mafia seems to be involved, which is always great. Okay, so they've got they've got a safe. And cleaning that needs to be done in here. God, what horrible things we expect people to have to do for us. Gross, 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 gross. Do I have to clean the walls as well? No, it doesn't seem like it. I'm glad that the stains magically disappear when you've done them enough.
And voila. Good as new.
Okay, good. I don't have to wipe down that one. Why can't I clean this? Why is that mirror covered in the first place? Dear Mr. and Mrs. Mapleson, regretful as we are to resort to these lines of communications, our client and your neighbor, the owner of 8832nd Street, has ultimately been evasive of our many attempts to reach out and collect our due debts, specifically an amount owed in the sum of $1,904.75. He's given us little recourse but to contact him through those close physical proximity to him in hopes they can deliver a message on our behalf. We have little desire to disturb you and the other fine citizens of 32nd Street, but our business may bring us back to your neighborhood if it is not resolved quickly. The help of your kind community would be greatly appreciated for us and for your neighbor. Kindly, the Lucky Coin Financing. That's terrifying. Couldn't you go through, like, the police or something instead of the neighbors? Bible. We love the Bible. I guess. I don't think I need to call anyone else right now. Any other cleaning I need to do? I mean, I couldn't figure out that mirror. I'm going to go take a look at that again.
Only menswear. Are you in town for a business trip?
I'm sure it's my job to know. You can order breakfast. That's fun.
You brought your own mug? Well, I guess ours aren't quite as complimentary.
That was very nice handwriting. Good job, kiddo. Alright. Anything else to clean specifically? I think we've done our investigation. Why does it blink red when I try to clean the... Weird. It's probably good enough. I need to calm down. I'm not used... It's been a while.
I'm guessing you've seen better days, but you're obviously still important to someone.
Whoa, whoa, the legs settle. Whoa, oh, the head settles too.
No need to bother reception right now.
Cool. That's kind of what I figured. So unless I can do something to clean the mirror that I'm misunderstanding, I think we're done here. Nice shoehorn, by the way. Dun, 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 dun. Huh. Mysterious. Oh, I'm phasing through the floor!
Have you heard about that nut house they want to build next door?
Yeah, it creeps me out. Imagine all the weirdos who'll start hanging around the hotel.
I can think of someone who'll feel right at home. Look at her, always glued to that gossip magazine.
Do you think she has any real friends? Or is it just Gracie, Joan, and Marilyn?
Well, when your own life is that dull, you need to get your excitement somewhere.
Great.
Oh, did you see Rebecca?
I love when my coworkers gossip about me being a gossip. Right in front of my face.
Don't you think you're overreacting? This is exactly the kind of behavior Linda warned you
I was trying to see what cereal brand that was. It wasn't quite Kellogg.
She's doing everything she can to break us apart.
Sophie speaking.
Hey, it's Beth. Do you think you could come up real quick?
Sure. I'll be right there.
You're right, you shouldn't.
Now I realize I've been blind. I was so in love with you that I didn't see.
What?
Boy, they're talkative. Okay, so I highlighted that I left my key down there.
Let's see what Beth wanted to talk about. Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie. Now's not the time to pick up smoking.
Coffee for 5 cents, and someone owes $3,000.
Oh, shock. Leaving luggage in the lobby? Are you trying to get Bernard to kill you?
I see that romance is a theme.
This leak really needs to be fixed. I hope the weather doesn't make it worse.
The Montpelier, 31 pages, Montreal, Monday, February 17th, 1958, 10 whole cents, 2 coffees worth of news. 19 arrested in deviant raid. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad. Warning, trigger warning, homophobia, almost certainly without me even reading the rest of this. Be aware. History. Montreal police arrested 19 persons in an early Saturday raid at Maine's Lounge, located on Stanley Street, downtown Montreal. The establishment, owned by Emmanuel Laliberte, is a known hangout for sex deviants. A Montreal City employee, a court official, and 2 teachers were among those seized, according to official reports. Lieutenant Sylvain Guilbeault. I'm bad at French and worse at everything, so just don't expect much from me on this one. Says he plans to send letters to the school employing the arrested teachers. Schools, principals, parents, and fellow teachers should prevent such people from being in close contact with youngsters, he said. It is everyone's responsibility to protect our children. Lieutenant Guilbeault also promised an investigation would be opened on La Liberté, who already has a criminal records on his name. Continued on page 3. That should be the end of at least that bit of homophobia. It was the time. They're being realistic. Shop owners against new mental hospital. A group of downtown Montreal businessmen and shop owners met with Mayor Sarto Fournier last week to air their grievances concerning the city's recent decision to allow construction on a new mental hospital on Dorchester Boulevard. William Weston, manager of Weston's department store, says he and a group will fight both tooth and nail. I don't know why I said both, but I did. To prevent the hospital's construction. Will our customers feel safe to come downstairs for their shopping when knowing there are lunatics next door, he said. Continued on page 8. Another bloody Valentine. Valentine's Day concluded in horror last Friday with the murder of an Outremont resident. A worried neighbor called the authorities at 11:15 p.m. after hearing loud shouts from next door. When police arrived, they found a lifeless body of a 34-year-old man. Authorities have refused to identify the victim or provide any details about the circumstances of his death. No suspect has been apprehended yet, but Detective Lieutenant Maurice Tremblay, who we already met in the future, asked anyone with information to come forward as soon as possible. Continued on page 14. Does your personal hygiene worry you? Are these worries bothering your husband? Stop worrying and save your marriage with lease oil. Lease oil is an indispensable aid to marriage hygiene. Millions of women use it regularly to safeguard their beauty and avoid undesirable surprises. It's penetrative and effective, even in the presence of organic matter. Is this an advertisement from a horror game? Begin to use lease oil today so you can stop worrying about your hygiene and focus on more important things such as pleasing your hardworking husband. Lease oil has been endorsed for more than 60 years by scientists, medical professionals, and many other men who have women's hygiene at heart. A Lease Oil Corporation product. Great, that was fun. I didn't hate having to think about that. Valentine's ball.
Poor Nicole. No one should be stuck cleaning up the reception hall after a ball, even if they did draw the short straw.
You could go help her.
Hey, Beth.
Hey there.
Not quite the face shape I was expecting.
Sleep... what?
You were whispering just now on the phone, so I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were...
Roy.
in the middle of something.
Ugh, it's so awkward when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
Oh, I try not to pay attention to them.
I just find the sucking noises hard to ignore, you know? But that won't be an issue today, of course. Every sound is being drowned out by the phone's constant ringing.
Because of this storm?
You have no idea. You're the only person I've talked to today that hasn't mentioned the blizzard. I mean, until now.
Oh. Sorry.
Nah, it's all right. I
Wow,
guess I'm
we're
just
not
looking
very
for something
confident.
else to talk about. Anything else.
Well, I do have some gossip about Jacques and Wendy.
How dare you not lead with that? What's going on?
When you called, I wasn't whispering because they were making out. They were fighting.
Oh, this is entertaining. I mean, oh no.
Very subtle.
I'm not completely sure, but it sounded like Linda had something to do with it.
Ugh, that bitch.
Language.
Beth!
Trust me, she deserves it.
I don't get why everyone hates her so much. Linda's always nice to me.
To you, maybe, but she's just the worst to every girl she perceives as a
Oh,
threat.
thanks for that compliment.
A threat to what?
I don't know. Her place as Bernard's right hand, I suppose.
So, you're saying I'm not a threat?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Linda thinks that, but that's her mistake. I know there's more to you than meets
You've
the
killed
eye.
27 people.
Thanks.
I say that like a joke when that could totally be the twist reveal.
You said you needed me? My help, I mean.
Oh, right. Wanna guess why?
I'm really bad at guessing games.
It doesn't have to be a good guess. Just say the first thing that comes to mind.
I don't know. Please just tell me.
Well, if I can't make you work for it. A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
That's it?
I would do it myself, but the last time I tried to leave the front desk, Bernard emerged from his lair to scold me about
Your front
procedures
desk.
and
You need to be
whatnot.
there for the customers. I get it. It's stupid, but I get
Can't have
it.
the beauty of the Clarington Hotel take absence from her throne, can we?
Oh, the people would riot.
Bernard especially.
Bernard's hardly the people. Anyway, I have to get back to work. There's a mop in the supply closet next to Bernard's office, I think.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
Bup, 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 ba-da, hup, bup, bup. E to open journal. Haunted hotel? I want to. If it's ghosts, I will love ghosts. Ghosts are great. That's a very different picture of Beth than the real Beth. And, yikes. I'm not going to read all of these right now. Mom and Dad. Good. Glad we know all of that now. Yeah. Pay attention to everything because it's definitely a mystery.
If only we were allowed in there. Okay, let's get that mop from the supply closet.
Someone's playing chess. There's a hat. Yeah, boy,
My rag isn't gonna be enough for a mess like this. Better get a mop. Chocolate mousse cake.
My brain is shutting down. I'm so tired.
No. Bernard would have
Yeah, the raid on the Deviant Sex Club was almost certainly on a gay bar.
Linda, Wendy's great at her job. Guests absolutely love her and...
Standard sort of...
Not just guests, apparently.
Oh, God damn it, Linda. I only like her because guests like her. Making sure guests are happy is my job, after all.
You don't seem to care whether I'm happy.
Listen.
We're just
Wendy wasn't doing
incorrigible,
her
huh?
job, that'd be another story, but I can't just fire her without good reason.
What if she stirred up trouble among the staff? Would that be a good reason?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, Andrew. Hi. I'm sorry. I was just...
Spying on our manager?
No. I heard something, and I...
Hey. It's okay. I'm just pulling your leg.
You're making it worse by
sorry,
making a big racket outside of the door, buddy.
I'm not used to having people around me while I work.
Yeah, you're always working alone up there, aren't you? I actually think it's the first time I've seen you down in the lobby. Don't tell me you've been sent to clean up after the Valentine's Day.
No, that was, what, Nicole or something?
Were you here Friday night to see the whole thing?
Yeah. They had someone in charge of the event, but she ended up crying alone in the stairwell, so I had to take over.
Good job.
What happened?
That's a good way to not get noticed.
Did it really go so wrong?
It certainly didn't go wrong for the people enjoying the party, but for those sober around them, that's another story.
Good God. I'm glad I didn't have to be there. I don't know how you do it.
And I don't know how you handle cleaning up after other people all day. You must see plenty of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a guest
Don't
room?
say that. About you?
Well, there was this lady who had a love letter addressed to someone I know.
What? No way. Who was it?
You.
You as an Andrew. Okay.
You're messing with me.
It was worth seeing your face turn red.
Wow. You got me. Oh. I better go help Beth.
Everyone's so
It's hell
awkward.
here with the snowstorm.
It's okay. I need to,
Yeah, all right. Take care.
You too.
As if it wasn't enough having to deal with endless letters of advice from Raymond.
Raymond? What have you want?
He wants me to lower room prices. Make sure the hotel...
Boy, they're really...
Bobby made it very clear he doesn't like anyone walking into his kitchen stairs, exercise. Elevator, convenience. Yeah, elevator wins this time.
Sure is a cleaning room. We got a... Alright. Give me that mop. Let's go clean. Close that door. Every choice makes a difference. Not closing a door could kill someone.
Sorry about that.
Hello. What's this?
Linda's been putting these everywhere lately. It's weird that Bernard allows
Say
it.
no to divorce. You can be divorced against your will. Women and children suffer most in divorce. You lose your succession rights in divorce. Women's pension rights are lost in divorce. You lose your right to a family, home, in a divorce. Issued by the DOC, Divorce Oversight Committee.
I'll speak to my manager and see what we can do.
Interesting.
Okay, Sophie. Time to clean up that mess.
It was a weird time, a conservative time. I'm gonna keep hitting E every time I need to click. Bop, bop. Hello. Oh no.
A film roll. The guest must have dropped it when he knocked over the vase. Probably should return it to him. Ew. I better throw that away.
Whoa! So much, it disappeared so fast. I was getting in for like a good clean. There's a little bit of text on there that's been washed away or is an invisible ink. Can't quite make it out.
There's still some junk lying around.
Oh, duh. Pick up, throw away.
Now I just put the leaves back in the vase, and it'll be like nothing ever happened.
Neat. So I guess we just leave the film roll at the front desk.
I understand, Mr. Ramsey. I wish I could make the snowstorm disappear. I really do, but sadly, that's not within my power.
Beth, who knocked over that vase?
Mr. Spade.
Mr. Spade?
Well, I can check with the airport and let you know when flights resume. Until then... Yes, I know. You've said that already. But... no, that's very
Weird
unlikely.
Asshole customers.
So, which room are you staying in, Mr. Spade?
Enter clue selection.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled to talk to you.
Ooh, okay.
Well, for that, you'd have to talk to my manager's manager. Would you like
God,
to
it's
contact
so
him?
much data. My brain is a melting.
Sadly, he doesn't have a phone.
Spade.
He's a bit of an old...
Room 505. Great. That's on my floor. I can return that film roll without going out of my way.
I really would not do that by hand. I would really just put that at the front desk for Beth to deal with.
Then you clasp your hands together and think really hard about just how much you want the snowstorm to end. It may help to repeat his...
Got progress.
I'm sure he'll be...
I should go to the 5th floor to
The exclamation
return Mr.
points are
Spade's
going to
phone
drive
roll.
me crazy. See if we need to put the mop back. Now I'm just curious about how much choice and stuff I have. Oh, now I won't have the mop. But someone else might need the mop. Every choice matters. Oh. All right. Well, there's now I'm just I'm just curious about everything it'll let me do. Now that it said like a bunch of choices matter, including what you don't do. I'm sure opening and closing doors, well, that door probably doesn't matter. Opening and closing guest doors might matter a great deal. But now I'm curious about like mopping this floor or sweeping up the Valentine's Day stuff. Can't do that. Okay. Yeah. Sick. All right, now we go back and put the mop back again. I bet that matters. I bet that someone would have slipped on it and dropped something or something if I hadn't cleaned it. It just seems like it's like, oh, they taught you how to use the mop, and then there's another area that could be mopped up. That seems important. Okay, 5:05. Let's do the stupidest thing we could possibly do and return the guest stuff without them even asking. And I don't have my keys because my keys were left downstairs.
Hold it, please. Phew, made it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Was it you who cleaned the puddle by the restrooms?
Was I not supposed to?
Well, Eugene asked us not to touch anything until he's repaired the leak, but it's probably safer this way. Someone could have slipped on it.
Which floor?
Oh, 6th.
Interesting. Yeah, no, they're highlighting that it did make a difference.
What's the big rush?
I need to bring this to our VIP guest.
It's a pot of
The one who
ashes.
rented the entire floor.
Oh, is it that British man I keep hearing about? Why does he need a bucket full of snow?
No idea. I don't even ask anymore. It's just the latest in a long series of strange
Well, unless
requests.
he's
What do you
keeping
reckon
something cold like a
Take
body.
a bath, maybe?
You might be putting alcohol
Sometimes
in
I
it.
wonder if he's just pulling an elaborate prank on me.
Can't you tell me who he is?
I've never actually met him. I always talk to his assistant. Only Bernard knows his identity.
That's pretty weird.
I do have a suspicion, though.
He's a ghost.
But I'm not sure I should say it.
Can't you at least give me a hint?
Okay, let me think. Whew. Saved by the bell.
Hey, come on. Don't leave me hanging.
Let's just say I like to prolong the suspense.
Wait. Is that the hint?
Who knows?
Fair enough. Have fun up there.
You too.
5:05. Notes about characters.
I should return Mr. Spade's film roll. Room 505 is on my list anyway.
Bad. Knock.
Mr. Spade?
Why wouldn't you just leave this at the front desk so that if he asks about it,
Mr. Spade?
she can tell him? This seems so much more likely to get you in trouble. Well, now they know you've been here. Nice color. That hurt to look at. So he's turned the bathroom into a dark room where he can develop his photos. And they're all pictures of me. Uh-oh. This may lead to positive or negative consequences. Consequences may lead to consequences.
What is this?
Well, if I throw them away, he's going to know someone tampered, which feels more dangerous than anything else. If I make it look like I cleaned the rest of the room but left that alone, he might not notice. Then again, he knows I'm tampering with everybody.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
Choose between Beth or Andrew who you want as your acolyte? They're studying under you? Normally I'd go with Beth, so let's do something different. Let's go with Andrew.
It's Sophie. Can I speak to Andrew, please?
Yeah. Hold on.
Andrew? Andrew?
I'm here. Clarrington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, are you okay?
Hey, Sophie. Yeah, it's just... my trip to the 6th floor took longer
All of
than
like the
expected.
15 seconds I've been in this room.
I'm sorry to add to your plate, but I really need your help.
Sure. What's up?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Mr. Spade? Why would he...
I don't know. He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a
Let's
kind
try and
of
keep ourselves
dark room.
discreet for the moment.
Jesus. What are you doing in them exactly?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, snoop through our guest stuff.
Oh. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act.
Yes. I think we should call the police.
Whoa.
That's a
slow
big
down
jump.
minute. Sophie, there are pictures of you invading our guests' privacy.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I believe you. But
It's
others
weird.
might not.
It's a weird
Those
situation.
pictures, it could really blow up in your face if a guest were to complain about missing items.
So I just leave? Do nothing?
That's not what I'm saying, but I think you should try to get a better understanding of the situation before you tell anyone. I've given photography a shot before.
Really?
At least I planned to. Did a whole lot of reading. Didn't quite get to the doing part. Anyway, the point is that dark rooms like that take a lot of time and effort to set up. It seems unlikely he went through all this trouble just for a few pictures.
Yeah.
I'd bet there are more of them, somewhere.
Well, I didn't look through the entire room, but there is a safe here.
That would certainly be a good place to store pictures.
Do you have the safe combination then? I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Maybe I can... Give me a sec.
I don't know about this, man. Hard to say if it's better or worse to like get rid of the evidence versus
What?
not
Bad
be known
news
that you got
is,
caught, that he
I
got
can't
caught.
find the combination list. Good news is, we can probably do without it. Most guests write their code down to make sure they don't forget it. So, say you wanted to look for it, I could keep an eye out and call you if I see our mysterious photographer return.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, and Andrew,
Yes?
please keep this between us.
Of course. Don't worry about that.
Okay. If reception gave him a code, maybe he wrote it down. Somewhere.
Oh my god. So many clues everywhere. Crazy stuff. All right. Let's do a look around the room.
I'd forget my own head if I didn't write everything down. I guess we have that in common.
Oh, it can be found in Sophie's journal with E. Morgan.
That's rough. How are you supposed to support yourself when no one will give you a job?
I
or a
understand your
place to
situation.
live?
I'm sorry that you had to spend so many years in hospital. However, this does not change the fact that you still don't have the qualifications for the job. And even if you did, I could not hire someone in your situation. Other staff members simply would not feel safe around you. Ask that you do not contact me anymore. Jeremy Sandberg. Hey, weirdo, stop wasting my time. I'm not hiring you ever. Mr. Morgan, I know you have a lot of respect. I know I have a lot of respect for you and others you have done for this country, but I am not a charity. I didn't receive the past 3 months' rent before the end of the week. I'll have to evacuate you. That's not Mr. Spade, that's Mr. Morgan. Clothes. Clothes. I don't know why that's stuck.
You're pawning off your possessions? What do you need the money for?
Villeneuve's English-French dictionary. So I'm guessing that most of this game is actually supposed to be in French. Hand mirror. Mystery board. Is anyone going to appear behind us in the window? So this is way bigger than he caught us snooping. This isn't like a weird stalker thing. This is someone who's doing like a big case investigation, which makes it probably all the more important that we don't just start throwing his stuff away. Special occasion, wedding, funeral.
The oratory. I just went there for the first time and God, it's been years, hasn't it?
That's interesting that you just went there. Tickets. Why Harry's? Lots of burger places closer to the hotel.
Is this from Harry's? I mean, it's a popular spot, but...
Someone was flirting on there. $3.50.
This was the sale where I found that winter jacket that Mom loves. Were you there
Okay,
too?
maybe it is about us.
Is this a floor of the Clarington?
God, you hear little bumps and stuff. It actually is kind of freaky.
Morgan. Is that your real name?
Dear Mr. Morgan,
Why did you check in under Mr. Spade?
you have to stop writing to this address. Lindsay died 2 years ago. I do not know what happened between the two of you, but let us grieve in peace. Thank you, Mother. Scam! It's a scam!
Trash. Something tells me you won't be missing this. One man's trash is another maid's trash. I hope you aren't eating those beans.
Letters. Clean. Hello.
Oh.
And they were roommates. She was alone in a town she barely knew, hundreds of miles away from home. She was desperate for comfort, found it in the arms of the most unexpected person. What first started as a normal friendship between two women soon blossomed into something much more passionate and disturbing. This is a tale of love and desire like you've never read of before. Out of her own experience, the author, working under a pseudonym, tears the curtain of one of the gravest threats to modern social morality, the strange love practices trapping unwary girls today, particularly in our larger cities. It's a hot and heavy commentary on how gays are evil.
The quest to move to 507.
Tells you about as much about the reader as it does about the author, I think. Present this letter as a reception from your request. Transfer to room 507. Does this say? Mostly. He's checking rooms for something. Okay, so he's looking for something. Binoculars. Clean the ashtray. Key to something.
What do we have here?
I don't want to get caught with that.
The storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored with it. I should bring that back to my cart.
That one's also dirty. So far, I don't want to mess with anything where I'm like taking everything, because that feels like I could get in a lot more trouble than it's worth. He's probably going to figure out that I've seen everything, but as long as I don't mess with stuff, you might not suspect that I'm like trying to interfere. Pills, okay.
Locked. There has to be a key.
Fine, I'm curious. We'll put it back when we're done. If we have time. If not, we're in very deep trouble. Paul, 42. Has kind of effeminate features.
You spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital. And it looks like you left with a
Anxiety,
long list of
neurosis,
diagnoses.
character disorder, chronic insomnia, short-term memory loss. Admitted for a nervous breakdown, displayed erratic behavior and mood swings, occasionally aggressive, non-responsive to shock treatment, neither insulin nor electric. Patient condition improved after new medication. That's rough. Okay, so someone who's... No, close. Can I relock it is the question. No? I really wish I could relock it. That would be smart if I could do that, but I guess we're just in trouble. Pick up. Infantry Division, Belgium. Birds of North America. Weird art on the wall. That's probably not his. That's probably ours. Meant to close that ages ago. So that didn't look like I did anything too nasty.
That letter from Bernard. Was there anything on the
Letter
back?
from Bernard. Lindsay's address, Infantry Division, year of hospital discharge. Okay. So we've got to figure out our thing here. Lindsay's address is number 1. Infantry Division, number 2. It was 99th, I think. Year of hospital discharge. So our...
Is he here?
Who? Oh, Mr. Spade? No,
Okay.
he's not.
Andrew? You said you'd call if he was coming back to his room.
Right. I did, right. Sorry about that.
Oh my god, Andrew. I nearly had a heart attack when I heard the phone ring.
I'm so sorry, Sophie. I couldn't help but check in. Did you find more pictures of you?
No, I haven't. But I did find something else.
What is it?
He's got a kind of yarn map of Montreal.
Yeah,
on the wall.
red yarn wall, which means he is a lunatic.
What is
But
he tracking?
Me.
in this case,
I think.
probably unfortunately
The
a
map's
lunatic,
marked
not
at a
like
couple
an
of
actual
spots.
dangerous one.
They're all places I visited recently.
Jesus. Did you... have you found anything on him?
I found some evidence that points to his real name being Paul Morgan. Mr. Spade must be an alias.
The Maltese Falcon.
The mall what?
I can't believe I didn't notice it earlier. The Maltese Falcon. It's a book centered around a
Investigator
private
named
investigator
Sam
named
Spade.
Sam Spade.
That's true.
Oh, you don't think Mr. Morgan's a PI too, do
No.
you?
Well, if he is, he's not exactly being subtle about it. It's like being a spy and using James Bond as a pseudonym.
James who?
Never mind.
Ma'am?
It's from another book. Did you find anything else?
This feels kind of mean, but we're sharing everything
He
so
seems to have
far.
spent some time in a psychiatric hospital.
Oh, he did? Well, a lot of people do, really. More than you'd think. It's not that weird. What does he suffer from?
According to his file, insomnia, anxiety, memory loss.
All stuff that's really rough, actually.
He's probably been through some pretty traumatic events. So is that all you've found, then?
I discovered an army picture taken
I don't know
in
how I feel about
Belgium in
sharing all of this, but we'll see.
1944. I think he was in World War II.
That would certainly explain his symptoms. Imagine all the horrors he must have seen. Do you know which division he was in, by any chance?
The 99th Infantry, I think.
The Battle Babies.
Why do you know all of
Battle
this?
Babies? That's a weird nickname.
That's because most of the soldiers in the 99th were inexperienced. Still, they fared well against the Germans. Got medals of honor and everything.
How do you know so much about World War II?
From books, obviously.
I
Of
don't know
course.
that I trust
Well,
that.
I'm glad you know so much about so much stuff.
Who knew being a huge nerd would pay off one
Nerd
day?
a 1950s term?
Found anything else on Mr. Morgan?
I'll know more once I open the safe.
Wait, you figured out the combination already?
It took some work, but yes.
Wow. You're a resourceful gal, aren't you?
I have
Comes
my
from
moments.
murdering 27 people.
Leave you to it then.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Please do. And I won't call again unless Mr. Morgan returns. For real this time.
All right, thanks.
Don't call him Mr. Morgan to his face. Okay.
I need to find some clues to decipher that code.
It was
reminder.
99th. It was the her address 34. They were roommates is a clue. Okay. And then the date he was out of the hospital. Hotel plan. Letter from Bernard. So Lindsay's address, 3499, and then year of hospital discharge. 57. This is stupid, but we're gonna do it. Oh. Okay. 4. This is totally how safes work. 99. 57. That's a gun, and
Okay, Sophie, you should probably put this down. Now.
film rolls. This is what's most interesting, though.
M and H. M and H. Who are they?
Arrived at hotel, room not ready yet, had to wait in the lobby. M and H came in, both nicely dressed. M was holding flower bouquet. Heard them talking to the receptionist how nice the oratory is. Some flyers to find out what oratory they were talking about. Room finally ready. No sign of M or H. Decided to unpack and install my setup in a bathroom. No sign of M or H. Have probably gone out again. Finished developing this afternoon's pictures. Unable to sleep. Heard noises from the corridor. No idea who or what it was.
Going through their trash? You really want to find
Arrived
out
at the
what M and
hotel
H are
restaurant,
up to,
ate a quick
don't you?
breakfast. Really interested in these two. They left the hotel and got into a taxi. Tried to follow, had no money. Found a pawn shop, got some money. No idea where they went. Back in my room, we'll have to kill time until they return. Spotted them entering the hotel with Weston shopping bags. Eating at hotel restaurant, left for bathroom. M exchanged a few words with a woman and her child. M and H left the restaurant, probably turning for the night. While leaving, H emptied pockets in the trash. Searched the trash, found a receipt for a place called Harry's Diner with drawings and symbols on it. Took a coffee at Harry's Diner. It sounds like we're more there coincidentally. It doesn't sound like he's actually interested in us, or at least unless we don't know much about our main character. Remembered them. Said M used to be a regular about 10 years ago. Back in my room, tried mapping their movements, unable to sleep again.
Why are you following them? And who's sneaking out at night?
Hotel, restaurant, breakfast, hotel, taxi, Mount Royale. Went skating on a small frozen lake, fell in the ice while trying to take a picture, might have seen me. At the lounge, left a ticket on the table. You fell on the... Oh, fell on. For a second, I thought that said fell through the ice, and I was like, you have more serious problems to worry about than if you were spotted if you fell through the ice. Weird symbols on it, just like Harry's diner receipt. M&H decided to leave. Okay, so let's look at the ticket in the diner again if we can before he shows up. Leave because of snowstorm. Arrived at the hotel shortly after me. H looked angry. Something happened during taxi ride, but what? No sign of M and H since early afternoon. Tonight we'll try sneaking out. Okay. Let's... Same procedure. Let's not make it obvious that we've been messing with his stuff. He'll probably figure it out anyway. Nice. Cool effect. Sweeney Todd. Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Tickets. He said that this had strange symbols on it, which appears to just be the flirtation stuff. Selection mode.
You didn't strike me as much of a doodler. You didn't strike me as much of a doodler.
Seven
What's
Y.
supposed to be? A 7?
Oh man, this is so much bigger than I thought it would be. Okay. There we are. Okay. 2, 5. So heart, another heart symbol. So that shows where like a clue is.
These look like numbers. Sort of.
They're
These look like numbers.
I think they're
Sort of.
English, like non-American numbers.
These look like numbers. Sort of.
2852. A is always 2. 5 is L. I think that's 8 is V. Maybe 0. I don't know. Been a while. So that's a cipher. Hopefully it leaves us some clues about that because I don't want to have to remember.
M and H. Maybe Andrew could find them in the logbook.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hey. Just a sec. Beth, could you cover for me?
Again?
Pretty please. Sorry about that. So, I take it you opened Morgan's safe. What was in it?
A journal.
Oh? Does it say why he's stalking you?
No, but it seems he's stalking 2 other people.
Or
as
maybe
well.
entirely, and
other
you just
staff
happen to be
members?
coincidental.
Who is it?
No, they're guests. I don't know their names though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are you all right?
Of course. Sorry. I'll just need some more info to narrow the search. What do you know about them?
I found out that Mr. Morgan made a request to be transferred to room 507, but it was denied because...
That's Mrs. Beaumont's room, right?
Exactly.
But why would he switch rooms? He's got his entire dark room set up
He's
in
looking for
505.
something.
I'm not sure. I just thought it might be related.
I guess we can keep that in mind, but I'll need a little more to go on.
Mr. Morgan refers to them as H and M.
It could be initials, or maybe, I don't know, husband and...
Now you're doing
mistress.
pure speculation.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Wait a minute. There's a couple staying in room 509. Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella. H and
Very
M.
possible, but again,
thoughts
pure
exactly.
speculation.
Do you know anything about the cruises?
Well, I was there when they checked in. handed them a couple pamphlets on tourist attractions.
That sounds like them.
I remember noticing that Mr. Cruz wears the same cologne as my father, but...
That's not much to go on.
Yeah, I know. Do you, perhaps, have room 509 on your to-do list?
I do, actually.
Would it be wrong of me to suggest you do some...
Snooping? I guess that's what I'm known for now.
Nah, don't worry. I'm sure we'll find a better legacy.
Probably being arrested
I'll call
for
you if I find
snooping.
anything.
Watch out, alright?
I will. I promise.
Alright. Whenever it gives me a chance to take control again, that's going to be our first episode. Looking forward to solving more of this mystery. I like the style it's going for. Cool architecture, cool historical fabric and hairstyles and stuff. It's fun. And along with the mystery element, of course.
I must have forgotten my keys in the break room again.
Cart.
I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile. Does carrying this everywhere really make us better maids?
Be invisible, be thorough,
My
be
heart seems to
careful.
think so.
Partial cleaning. Clean mirror, toilet, bath, charge, throw away trash. Room, complete training. Repeat partial cleaning duties, vacuum every floor, dust every surface. Okay, that's a lot of work. Can I place my mugs, though? There we go. I don't need to be carrying these
Another day,
around.
Let's put those on the bathroom shelf. I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the
Okay.
pile.
Anyway, we're going to hit save and log out there. But thanks for joining me, and we'll check out more of this mystery next time. Bye!